What does a birthday look like in a household where the father once cost 222 million euros, has the natural energy of a carnival, and whose response to discovering he was having yet another daughter was to announce, on camera, that he was forming his very own Spice Girls? In the Neymar household, birthdays are not simply days on a calendar. They are full-scale productions of love, color, noise, and the particular brand of joyful excess that can only be produced by a family that has decided, collectively and without reservation, that every milestone deserves to be celebrated as loudly and as warmly as humanly possible. Neymar Jr. is the father of 4 children, his son Davi Luca and his 3 daughters Mavie, Helena and Mel, with a 5th child, another daughter, and expected with his partner Bruna Biancardi. He told Red Bull in early 2026 with unmistakable sincerity, "Being dad of a girl was always my dream. God blessed me with 3. I am really happy, truly. 3 little princesses." By June 2026, God had sent a 4th. Neymar announced the Spice Girls. The internet has not recovered. The Neymar family celebrates birthdays the way Neymar plays football, with full commitment, maximum expression, and absolutely no interest in doing less than the moment deserves. The general shape of a birthday in this household begins with a theme, and not a loosely interpreted one. Themes are executed with the kind of immersive, visual completeness that turns a living room or a garden into an entirely different world for the duration of the celebration. Balloon arches, custom backdrops, color-coordinated everything, cakes that are less baked goods, and more architectural achievements. Bruna Biancardi is, by every visible measure, the creative and emotional engine behind the birthday celebrations, the person who translates the family's love into a physical environment, who ensures that every child wakes up on their birthday, surrounded by evidence that their arrival in the world was, and remains, an enormous occasion. Neymar's contribution to the proceedings is equally essential, but operates on a different frequency entirely. He is the energy, the noise, the man who picks up the children and dances with them before the official dancing has even started, who leads the singing with the volume of someone performing at a stadium rather than a living room, and who is reliably the last person to stop celebrating even after the children have gone to bed. Together, the two of them create a birthday atmosphere that those who have experienced it describe as genuinely unlike anything else. What separates Neymar's family moments from the ordinary run of celebrity content is the quality of attention he brings to his daughters in every filmed and photographed interaction, an attention that is not curated for cameras, but is simply, visibly, who he is with them. The footage of him with Mavie has become particularly beloved among fans. The way he carries her with both hands, as though she is simultaneously the most precious and the most entertaining thing he has ever encountered. The way he responds to whatever sound or expression she produces with a delight so immediate and so complete that it looks less like a parental reaction and more like a genuine surprise that keeps happening. He has been caught on camera talking to her in the gentle, slightly ridiculous tone that fathers use with very young children when they are not thinking about who is watching, and those unguarded moments are consistently the most shared content associated with his name outside of football. With Helena and Mel, who are younger and whose public appearances have been more carefully managed by their respective mothers, Neymar's visible tenderness is no less present. The photographs and short clips that have been shared show a father who is fully absorbed in each child individually, who does not treat the experience of being a parent to multiple small people as something to be managed, but as something to be entered into completely, one child at a time. He has described his daughters in interviews as his greatest source of calm, a statement that, from the most hyperactive footballer of his generation, carries an unusual and moving weight. Whatever the noise and the complexity of his professional life, the footage of Neymar with his girls suggests a man who finds in their company something that 30 years of football has never quite replicated, a piece that asks nothing of him except that he show up. Davi Luca occupies a unique and quietly extraordinary position within the Neymar family, the eldest child and only son. the teenager who came first and has watched his family grow around him with the particular perspective of someone who has been present for every chapter. His role as a big brother to three younger sisters has produced some of the most genuinely lovely family content in the Neymar household's public record. Footage of him with Mavie that shows a teenager entirely unbothered by the fact that a toddler is treating him as a climbing frame. The easy, affectionate patience he brings to interactions with his younger siblings that speaks to a young man who has absorbed the family's warmth and made it his own. He does not perform the big brother role for cameras. He simply is it, naturally and consistently, in the way that only happens when a child has been genuinely loved well enough to give that love outward without thinking about it. At family celebrations and birthday parties, Davi Luca brings the particular energy of a teenager who is old enough to understand what is being celebrated, connected enough to want to be present for it, and cool enough to maintain his composure while his father is doing something embarrassing nearby with a cake or a microphone. The sibling dynamic he shares with his younger sisters, the gentle authority of the eldest, the easy availability of a brother who genuinely enjoys their company. A family of 5 children from different maternal relationships could have been complicated and distant. In the Neymar household, it is warm, present, and entirely natural. And Davi Luca, more than perhaps anyone except Bruna, is the reason it feels that way. Bruna Biancardi is the emotional architecture of the Neymar family's celebrations. The person who decides what a birthday will feel like before a single balloon is inflated, who understands that a celebration is only as good as the love that organizes it, and whose consistent, visible investment in every family milestone is the thing that transforms elaborate parties into genuinely meaningful occasions. She has navigated a relationship and a family situation of considerable public complexity, with a grace that those who follow her closely have consistently noted, choosing at every turn to focus on what the children need rather than what the narrative demands, and building around her daughters and her stepson a sense of security and belonging that no amount of external noise has managed to disturb. Her social media, which offers the clearest available window into the family's daily life, is a document of a woman who is actively, intentionally, and joyfully building something, a home that feels like one, regardless of what is happening outside it. At Neymar's side during birthday celebrations, family outings, and the everyday moments in between, Bruna is the steady presence that allows the energy around her to be as loud and as free as it wants to be. She laughs at his jokes without performing the laughter. She holds the children with the ease of someone who has never once needed to think about whether she belongs in that role. And in June 2026, when the two of them sat together for the gender reveal video that announced their 3rd child together, surrounded by Mavie and Mel, with the whole family discovering another daughter in real time. The birthday celebrations in the Neymar household are spectacular, but the daily fun that fills the space between them is arguably more revealing and more entertaining than any organized party. The energy that the family brings to a birthday does not simply appear on cue and disappear afterward. It is the natural ambient level of a household that runs on music, laughter, movement, and the particular combustible joy of a man with Neymar's personality, surrounded by small children who have inherited his expressiveness and have no idea yet that the world expects people to be quieter than this. Pool days are events. Kitchen meals become dancing competitions. Garden afternoons turn into football sessions where the rules evolve based on whoever is winning, and Neymar's willingness to lose dramatically to a toddler in order to produce the most entertaining reaction possible says everything about what kind of father he is when nobody is grading him on it. The Candid family videos that have leaked into the public record through social media posts and behind-the-scenes content reveal a household that is, at its core, gloriously ordinary beneath the extraordinary surface. Neymar sitting on the floor, surrounded by toys that are not his, looking mildly overwhelmed and entirely content. Bruna filming him in a moment he did not know was being filmed, the 3-second delay between realization and composure caught in perfect, permanent detail. Davi Luca appearing in the background of videos intended to feature his sisters, always slightly too cool to be obviously enjoying himself, and always visibly enjoying himself anyway. These are the moments that make people feel something genuine about this family. Neymar Jr. has spent his entire career being discussed in terms of what he has not achieved. The World Cup that has not come, the injuries that interrupted the best years, the transfers that divided opinion, the lifestyle that attracted more commentary than almost any footballer of his generation. And through all of it, quietly and consistently, and without making a great deal of fuss about it, he has been building something that no transfer fee can measure, and no injury can interrupt. A family that is loud, chaotic, blended, occasionally complicated, and absolutely, unmistakably full of love. The birthday celebrations that this family produces are not performances of happiness. They are expressions of it, organized by people who have decided that their children will know, from as early as possible and as often as possible, that their existence is worth celebrating at full scale. That decision, made again and again in the texture of daily life and the planning of every party, is the most revealing thing about Neymar that any camera has ever captured. He told the world he wanted to be a girl dad. God sent him 4 daughters and he announced the Spice Girls. His son watched him do it and looked exactly as entertained as the rest of us. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click on the notifications bell for more gist and stories on your favorite celebrities. Until the next one, please stay tuned.